Good morning. Today is Monday, April 24th. I'm Eleanor.
And I'm Emily. Teachers, today is day 1 of rotations. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated.
We will now hear from Ms. Turner Bell and our fantastic autism teachers.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Real quick before Miss Holmes pops in, we do have an announcement from our Pop Club, but I hope you guys had a great weekend. Guys, it's going to be chilly this week, so if you're missing a sweatshirt, I would go check that Lost and Found today because you're going to need it this week. It's going to be a little bit chilly. It's not going to be nice and warm like it was last week, so this is a good chance to go check that Lost and Found. It's beginning to grow again, so make sure you're keeping up with your stuff. So what do you have from the Pop Club today?
So if you're staying after school for the cleanup, make sure you go to Miss K's room after school, so you know where to go and you get all of the supplies for the cleanup. So thank you.
All right, so those of you who are staying for the cleanup, you heard that announcement. Make sure you make your way down to Miss Curveball's class. All righty. All right, well, thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right, so now we have Miss Holmes, who has a couple of things for us this morning.
Good morning, Patty Panthers. So this week is our last week for Autism Acceptance Month. And for this week, it's all about sensory and what sensory is all about. So Ms. Turner Bell's going to read some questions that came from Ms. Fremney's class.
Okay, so the first question is, what is a sensory issue? And the next one is, what types of sensory issues are there? And how can someone cope with a sensory issue?
All right. So those are really good questions. Sensory is this thing about your senses, all right? So we know our 5 basic senses like sight, smell, touch, taste, and sound, all right? So those are your basic 5, but there's some other ones as well, such as like balance. Sometimes people with autism, they don't have great balance. And also with body awareness. Sometimes they don't realize how close they are to other people. So when that happens, especially with sensory, is think about the pep rally. Most of us, we can handle the sounds of the pep rally, but those with autism, that might be a sensory overload and it might be too much. So you might see them either covering their ears or wearing headphones. So it's just sometimes when they get too much information all at once, just like smells. Some smells we can tolerate for a little bit, but those with autism might be too overwhelming for them. And then there's also 2 types of sensories. There's hyposensitivity, meaning that they have an under-responsive. So say you kick your foot on your bedpost. That really hurts, but someone with hypo means they really don't feel it that much. And then with hypersensitivity, that's what you typically see is when it gets too much sensory. So that's when they're covering their ears or they're trying to remove themselves from the situation. So ways to cope is, like you said, removing themselves from the situation or having a fidget toy, and that gives them something else to concentrate on versus the smell or the taste of what's going on around them. So again, check our hallways. We still have our different billboards up for the different weeks that we had, such as this week is sensory, our communication, and also behavior strategies. And remember, together we are
Patty Strong.